So the cool thing about this Heritage Center, they do have a lot of like museum style artifacts in enclosed places. But the one thing I really like is out here. They have a outdoor site. So right now we're gonna have to walk around the other way to get there. But if you turn around and look at this, it's pretty cool. They have a map. There's this lake right here that's frozen. And you pretty much just walk all the way around in a giant circle. And it shows you how all these natives used to live. Now, back then, whenever these people used to live here, the natives, you got to think about it. They used to hunt for their furs, for their jackets, for the skins, for any way means necessary to be warm and not go hungry. The other thing too is conditions here can be pretty extreme. So how do they survive? Well, they survived. So it's just gnarly to think that people actually used to live out here with not the same things that we have, not the luxuries that we have today. Snow boots with padding, rubber padding and stuff on our feet. You know, everything was just really different and very unique. So let's go ahead and check. Let's just check out how these guys lived. All right, here you go. So this is one of the cabins. The house far away from home is what it's called. This is the clan house. And it's just like it looks like a giant tree in a cabin. And people used to live right in here. I don't know if they lived in this one specifically, but there's like a fire pit right inside in the middle. And yeah, it was just a giant room. You know, again, you know, I know people are probably gonna say like, yeah, but they got to hunt and their coats were probably better than ours because the skins and fur and whatever else you want to claim, but you can still see my breath while I'm in this room. It's not like you can't. And I don't care what anybody says. When you have a fire going on right there, this house is not insulated. So where do you think that smoke goes in? They're breathing that stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it's not like it's a house. House has insulation, house has specific things so that way it doesn't flood, it doesn't leak. For the most part, you want to assume or hope. But yeah, check this out. This is more like their outside area. And all of this is a mock of how it used to be back then. Here's another giant totem, which is pretty neat. If you guys don't know anything about totems, I highly recommend you guys watch anything from New Zealand, from the Easter Islands. The totems have a big significance on a lot of tribes' history and keeping spirits away. And it's crazy that silence that you can hear. Yeah, remember there's no cars back in the day, no planes, no roads. So when you think like how did they travel from clan to clan or from wherever, like this is a lake right here that they had that's frozen over right now. Looks like there's some moose tracks over here too. So there must have been a moose that was coming. But yeah, these guys did everything by hand and foot, by the sweat off the brow, or however you want to call it. You know, they worked for their food, they worked for their living, they worked for their clothing, everything. Looks like they're just storage units. Actually, let's see if you can go in. So these look like they're stairs. You can climb up and see kind of what's happening out there, and it feels warm.
Yeah, it's nice.
It feels warm in here. I wouldn't call it nice, but if you had to live here and whatever you had for clothing, I would imagine people would like sleep on top or bottom. And yeah, this would be just dirt flooring. It wouldn't be anything like tarped or carpeted or nothing like that.
Holy shit, look at all the windows.
I'm not going in there.
I'm not going in.
I'm not going in there. Yeah, so we don't know what this is, but it looks like it's a little dark room.
Like a tunnel.
But we're definitely not going in there.
Nope.
I don't think there's bears or anything like that. Like everything's all like sealed and everything in here, but still, again, it does feel like it's warm in here, but
I think they have a heater, man.
they probably have some kind of heater. Well, I don't know. I don't see any heater in here, but it could be the wind. It could be the heater, yeah. So I don't know. It does feel a little bit warmer in here than what it should be, but it feels like, it sounds like there might be like a heater of some sort.
That's a regular.
But I know they have like some sensors or cameras in here. You can see one right behind me. There it is right there. But yeah, kind of spooky. It has like a random hole. Yeah, we're not going in.
Nope.
And there's the escape tunnel right there. So we just kind of came back outside and walked around. But I guess I guess they had like traditional escape tunnels just in case they needed to go in, hide, close that little hole, and then run out the back somewhere. So yeah, it's very smart how these guys like did a lot of this stuff, like just to set things up. Basic, I don't know, killer instinct, like predator living, because you never know if a bear were to bulge right in, or I don't think a moose is gonna get in there, but I would be more afraid of like bears or lynx or anything like that that would come out here and do stuff like that. So yeah, some random covered den right here, another random covered den, and you can see the snow. This is like no joke. Just so that way you guys can see how deep it is. Here's my leg. Hopefully you guys didn't get any vertigo, but yeah, see, it's a tall mound. Here we go. What's in here? Whew. You know, I wonder, we should ask if they do have heaters, or if they're running some kind of generator or something to keep everything warm.
Yeah, because it's
Because
definitely nice and toasty.
I'm curious to know.
You cannot have that one.
Yeah, it's a big old
Dream catcher.
dream catcher there. But I'm curious to know if this is how it actually felt, or if it's because the heater feels a little bit warmer than what it should. False advertisement.
The fire pit. You see the stones on. Yeah, that's the fire pit.
Little tree house here at the top. Maybe like a scouting for other tribes or for predators. Hello. Your cabin here. Pretty nice. And here we go. Going into this cabin. Look at this. Here's the entrance. And this is how people used to live back then. It's a literal cabin. And of course you can see all the cracks and everything. So it's not like, they probably put like moss and stuff like that to insulate it. But, oh, nice. Some big old mooses horns, antlers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it's not like they had windows. You know, I'm like thinking about like, man, windows and insulation. And look, you see the snow coming in. And again, they probably covered and all that stuff, and they definitely don't have a fire extinguisher. And here it is with like the rocks. Whew. Winter was the time we gathered together. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they had no such thing as personal space. You're on your own. Or maybe not on your own. You're all bundled up together. You couldn't be on your own, actually.
And my last name is Nakak, which means to dive, because my grandfather is from an island in the Bering Sea, where he was the hunter of polar bear, walrus, and many kinds of seals.
Nice. Yeah.
My grandfather.
Yeah.
So, for Easter, it was a Catholic village. So she made me beautiful clothes for Easter Sunday. And this is seal skin.
It looks like
Spotted seal.
Yeah.
Well.
And this is seal skin also, but with the hair removed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's got to be very warm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have warm socks, and on the bottom inside we put we take strands of dry grass, and we shape it in this shape. Put it out inside, and because it's dry grass, it has air circulation, and our foot doesn't get wet.
Oh wow.
But then we mash it up when we're wearing it, toss it in the fire, and get a new. One more thing I can give you is so that you both can say, we heard the Yupik Eskimo language, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hardly anybody hears this, okay? And hardly any of the younger people speak it because they didn't grow up with it. So, Kuyana aspitik dilutic maabat lijak luji magunak yuhnak kongodayut maninunak ni witamasul haikut at dankuyamji. I said, I thank you both for coming here to learn about our people who have been on this land for a long time, and I thank you again. So I'll teach you the word also over here.
That's awesome.
Look at it.
It's good footage here.
There it is, Kuyana. That's a Yupik word.
Guyana?
See it, you can say it. Kuyana.
Guyana.
That means thank you.
Thank you.
The Yupik language.
Guyana.
So then Kuyana.
Kui.
Guyana.
Kui.
Kui.
Not kui. Kui. Back there.
Yeah, it's back there. Kui.
Kuyana.
Guyana. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guyana.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It has been amazing talking to the natives and just looking at how they were here. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys do leave me a comment below. Let me know what was your favorite part. With all that being said, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.